Hey guys, what's up? Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your week-ish, kinda. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my shop, my stash. So basically, I chose out the makeup products that I'm going to be using for the week. I missed out on this video last week. I don't even know what happened. I just didn't end up posting it. But I'm kind of going to make it up for this week. How you ask? 97% of the products that I'm probably going to be using this week are brand new. So I showed them to you guys in like a Sephora haul or like a drugstore haul, but I haven't really like discussed it with you more in depth in like a shop my stash video, you know. I hope to do a look for this week. So many of you guys have been asking me to do like a get ready with me, and I don't know what it is. I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm the best at those, you know what I mean? So I'm always kind of like, no. But surprisingly, a lot of you guys told me on Instagram that those are the kind of videos you really want to see from me, and I'm kind of like, well, I thought that was the videos you guys hate from me. So hopefully I'll get to it for later on this week. The makeup collection video should be coming up shortly, so definitely stay tuned for that. I thought I would have it up in April, but whatever, I'm not saying anything anymore because I realized I just took it out of my ass at the time, but it is coming, do not worry. Let me know if there's anything new you guys picked up from the VIB sale that you're gonna be using for this week. I really want to know, and let's go ahead and get started. It literally has been raining here every single day for the past week, non-stop, I'm telling you. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, so let's hope and pray. I don't mind the rain, but not every single day. Okay, so here's how I situated everything. Original Beauty Box recently sent over this huge, massive suitcase kind of like organizer for makeup, and I kind of got inspired to put it in here. I don't know, just to have a little bit of a change from what I typically use week to week. And let me know if you guys like this, or you're like, no, go back to your original ways. But anyways, I situated everything in a very neat way. Setting sprays, perfumes, highlighters, bronzers, blushes, palettes, lip products, face products like powders and primers, foundations, concealers. And then here we have brow products, mascaras, eyeliners, and all of that. All right, let's get started. First thing I wanted to show you guys is Sulwhasoo. I think that's how you say it. Sulwhasoo, yeah. Concentrated ginseng mask. Octavely recently sent this over. I want to test it out with you guys and let you know if it's good or not. So maybe next week Sunday we'll do like a mask situation with the Shop My Stash. But it is very, very pricey. That's why I wanted to see if it's like good or not. I don't want you guys to be upset at me, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully next week we'll get down with this one. The first thing that I pulled out was the Varsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. This smells amazing. I really love how refreshing it feels on the skin. I don't know if it actually prolongs the wear of my makeup because you guys can see I use it a teeny amount. So I'll still have to test it out. That's why I'm using it for this week. Very excited. I do have high hopes for this. Jaclyn Hill loves it, so hopefully I love it too. I also ended up pulling out the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. You guys can see I've used a pretty decent amount since I purchased it. Love this so much. It smells amazing. It has the lightest watermelon scent, but it's so refreshing and on the skin. Plus, it has such a fine mist that I use it like non-stop, with makeup, without makeup. I love it. This is literally getting me hooked on the brand, and I want to try every single thing they make now. I must. And then I pulled out 4 of the Rollerball perfumes from Wet n Wild. That was part of the Crystal Cavern collection. I did a first impression on the whole collection last week. All of these smell really nice. I think that my least favorite would probably be this clear one, but they all smell very refreshing and beautiful on the skin, and I do want to use them for the week. Whoops, because I just like how they smell. They smell really good. Plus, they were so affordable, so I'm like, yeah. Moving on to what's in this section. So you guys also know that earlier this week I did a Moschino and Sephora like vlog, shop with me type of video. I picked up a few things that was part of the collection, not everything, because I'm like, yo, I don't have $7,000 to spend to spend right now, you know. So one of the things that I did pick up was the highlighter set, and this is so freaking beautiful. So each highlighter basically is a different shade. We have like a rose gold, and like a whitish type of color. I'll do swatches in a second. I do really like this for being like a cream highlighter because they're very like creamy and they're not stiff. They seem like they're gonna blend out nicely. Still didn't use them on my face, but I do have high hopes for this, so very thrilled for that. Then the next highlighter that I pulled out was this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Crystal High. This is the most intense highlighter I ever used in my life. That's a huge statement, but it's very true. I don't know if I wanted to pull out everything from the Crystal Cavern collection. I think I'll try to keep most of the things for next week, but the perfumes and this was something that I just needed to use for the week. I just needed to. For blushes, I decided to just pull one out. Last week I was focusing on the Liora Yags Fantastical Peach Blush. I love that so much. And then the Benefit Blush I also love. but I saw this in my drawer and I'm like, yeah, I can get down with this. This has more of like a luminous finish. It's by Flower Beauty and it's in the shade Warm Hibiscus. All right, then moving on to this section, here's where I put my bronzer. So these are also newer products that I just purchased from the Sephora VIB sale. And this is the Fenty Beauty bronzer that she recently released. I picked up the one in the deluxe size just to test it out and see if I like it. And I really do actually. The formula is so smooth, very creamy and delicious on the skin. It's in the shade Caramel Cutie. And then I also wanted to give some love to the Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer. When I swatched this, it was a bit light in tone. I still didn't have a chance to use it on my face, so hopefully it's going to work well. But in all honesty, I'm not going to lie, the main reason why I picked it up was because of the packaging. I'm telling you. But hopefully it's going to apply beautifully on the face. So here are the swatches of the Sephora and Moschino highlighters. Really pretty. These are with one swipe swatches each. And then here you guys can see from the left, we have the Flower blush, the Wet n Wild highlighter, the Too Faced bronzer, and then the last one is the Fenty bronzer. So for concealers, I picked out 3 of them. I picked out the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I recently purchased like this past week basically. Still didn't use it, so I'm very excited for that. I pulled out the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, which you guys can see I'm pretty much almost done with. It was in my ColourPop drawer for like quite some time because I have just a section for ColourPop, and I realized I've just been forgetting about it, so I just put it in my regular drawer and I want to go ahead and use it up because it is kind of getting old. So I pulled that out, and then I pulled out the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer, which honestly is just a never-ending dream. I do love it, let me tell you, but it just keeps going and going, and I do want to get it out of my collection because it is kind of getting old. And then I will have you know that I recently finished up my Guerlain Lingerie Foundation. I loved that, and I could not believe that the pump was not working anymore. I'm like, no, there's no way I finished this. Like, it just didn't make any sense. That really happens with me. So anyways, I love that one. I probably will repurchase it, but for this week I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation, which is also really nice. I like the Guerlain one a little bit more than this one, but this one's also really good for the drugstore. So I pulled that out, as well as the Almay Light Medium Mine. Kind of like BB cream, CC cream, which gives light coverage and it looks very fresh on the skin. I could use that for work. Moving on to the next section here, I pulled out the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So excited for this. So I just tested it on my hands to see how it like feels, but I still did not use it on my face. So I'm really excited to see what it's going to do for my skin. I've been hearing millions of things about this, so we're going to pull that out. I also ended up pulling out the Tatcha the Silk Canvas Primer as well. I spoke about this in my Tushy makeup like video where I spoke to you guys about baby makeup pieces. So this is one that I purchased earlier this week, still did not have a chance to use it on my face. I'm going to pull it out too. Also for loose powder, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty loose powder in butter. This is also one that I spoke about in my Tushy makeup video. Where I spoke to you guys about little baby products. I was actually very curious about this one, so I was very happy to see that they had it in the small, like, travel size. I didn't want to purchase it in the full size, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, we're going to put this to the test. I've been hooked up on my Laura Mercier one, Fit Me one from Maybelline, and the Cover FX one. So, I'm excited to see what this will do for my skin. And then I pulled out the Pure... what is this exactly? Balancing Act powder, which is something really nice to just set the entire face with. I figured the Fenty one I can use to bake with or to set my under eyes with, but this I could just use for my entire face, and I really like this. It smells amazing and it sets everything in beautifully. As for lip products, I only pulled out 4. So for lip balm, I pulled out the Fresh Sugar Peach Hydrating Lip Balm. So delicious! Smells amazing, so hydrating, so happy to have this in my life. I'm almost finished with the caramel one, so the peach one I feel like is going to be my next favorite. Anyways, I pulled out the Diamond and Milk Gloss by Fenty, so I figured out to wear this on its own or on top of the red lipstick. I like that kind of like shiny look sometimes. This is probably one of the most perfect reds alive. I feel like when I wear this, I get non-stop compliments from you guys, and also I'm not into reds, but this is probably one of the only reds that I feel very comfortable in. It's in the shade Uncensored by Fenty Beauty. And then of course, I just needed something more neutral for like a day-to-day basis. This is a Pixie liquid lipstick in the shade Au Naturel. Really pretty, has a little bit of a pinkiness to it, but I love how it looks on the lips, plus it's pretty comfortable for being a liquid lipstick. Okay, then moving on to this little section here. It looks so like squished. Okay, so firstly for brows, I pulled out my ABH Brow Mascara. This is just a small deluxe size that came in a duo. I used this a little bit last week, really like it. Still don't know which one I like better, this one or the Benefit one, so that's why I'm pulling this out for this week to see what my final conclusion is pretty much. I also ended up pulling out the Benefit Gimme Brow, of course, because it's just a cult classic favorite of mine. It's easy, it's fast. I just love how my brows look with this. And then for brow pencils, I pulled out the ABH Brow Wiz in in medium brown. I haven't used my CoverGirl one in quite some time, but I feel like I'm on an ABH kick right now for the brows, so this is what I'm going to use for the week. For eyeliners, I pulled out the Gorgeous Cosmetics eyeliner in black. It's probably the most blackest, creamiest eyeliner ever, even more than the Essence one, but this one is a bit more expensive. However, I recently found my sharpener, so I wanted to go ahead and use it. And then I also pulled out the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil by Urban Decay in the shade Roach. I just really like to use that. I feel like around this time, honestly, it's just a really nice, beautiful brown shade, so not too harsh on the eyes, and I feel like it really brings out my brown eyes even more, so I wanted to pull it out. I then pulled out my Tarte Lash Curler. I just love curling my lashes. I was never a lash curler person ever. And when everyone used to do it, I was like, really? Does it do anything? It really does, I'm telling you. So I pulled out my Tarte one. I can't find my Kevyn Aucoin one. I don't know where it is. I have to look for it. And then for mascaras, I just pulled out one. This is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara, which is one that's actually growing on me. I don't know. I feel like compared to the Too Faced Better Than Sex one, it's really good, but not as good. But now I'm kind of like, I have to think again because this is really nice on the lashes. Like, I think you have to give it a little bit more time, but the effect it gives is insane. And then finally, the last product that's in this little baby section is the Moschino and Sephora liquid liner. So you guys saw in my video that I posted earlier this week, I mentioned that I suck with these. I always mention it. You guys know. But with this liquid liner, I just felt like it was probably one of the most blackest one. It didn't seep into like the fine lines on my hands, nothing. And I was like, damn, that's amazing. Out of everything in the collection, I did not expect to pick this up, but it really made a huge impact. So I have to see what it does for my eyes, if I'm gonna like it or not. And maybe with this, I'll finally be able to perfect that winged liner effect that everyone can do and I cannot, you know? Okay, then finally the last section we have here are palettes. So I put like face palettes as well as eye palettes here. I wanted to put more, but then I'm like, Liora, you're just being way too excessive. You're not gonna get to all of these this week. So I just kind of like, narrowed it down, that's the word. So the first product that I have here is the Moods palette from Laura Sanchez. This came in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. That is such a tongue twister. Oh my goodness, in the video I was having such a hard time. But here's what the palette looks like on the inside. We get some neutral shades as well as some pops of colors and then 2 highlighters as well. Then, of course, I had to pull out the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. Since I purchased this, which was last week, I've been hooked on it. It's pretty much what I've been wearing in most of my videos this past week, I want to say. As you guys can see, I have been giving it a nice amount of love. I still didn't use every single shade, but I think for this week, I maybe want to focus on the yellow. I love yellow looks, and maybe I can kind of mix it in with a brown. We'll see. Oh yeah, I think I'm doing yellow for this week. I'm so excited. The mattes are gorgeous and then the metallics are stunning as well. Very easy to blend out and just really a breeze to work with. I'm obsessed with this so far. I think I'm just so happy that I ended up picking it up. I can't believe I held off on it for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Then the next 2 eyeshadow palettes I pulled out were these Sephora I Love eyeshadow palettes. So there were 6 that were part of the line. I do have all of them. I did purchase all of them. I have been using the warm one pretty consistently and I think it's going to be in my favorites video, and I knew if I pulled it out for this week, I'm going to only use that. But I wanted to pull out 2 that I like, but I'm not gravitating towards, like, I gravitate towards the other one. Do you know what I'm saying? So the 2 that I ended up picking out were these. So this one right here is the medium cool toned eyeshadow palette. We get 4 mattes in here and then 3 metallics. The consistency and quality of these palettes are amazing, you guys. So good. And then this one right here is the light warm eyeshadow palette. So I pulled out both. I was curious to see how they're both going to work hand in hand together. And then of course, I'll probably end up using them on their own. But this one also has 4 mattes and then 3 metallics. And then of course, I wanted to give some love to the Bloom Blush and Glow palette by Natasha Denona. She is releasing a tan version of this, which would be great for, I think, contouring, I think. So anyways, I do want to pick that up, but so far I have this one. I do really like this palette. I find that I have to play with it a little bit more since it's not like perfect for my skin tone. But when I self-tan, I think it'll be perfect. My favorite shade in here is the cream blush, that like reddish one. It just looks so yum on the skin. I'm telling you guys, delish. And then finally, last but not least, I have the Too Faced Cocoa Contour palette. I love how everything looks like chocolate. It's so cute. I have used the light contour and medium contour shade as well as the deep contour actually the other day. And I think it's nice. I still need to play around with this a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like medium contour has a little bit of a interesting undertone to it. I'm not sure. Still didn't use any of the highlighting shades, but I'll keep you guys posted. I hope I'll like this because it's adorable, but so far I'm kind of in the middle with this. It does smell amazing, so there's that, but I hope I'll enjoy it because if I'm not gonna like it, I'm gonna be so disappointed. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have some cornflakes over there. Last night was a night where I was watching a show and I just wanted to munch on something crunchy. I had no snack in sight and the only thing that was available was cornflakes. So that's what I was eating. Who else eats cornflakes, or who else just eats like cereal? I know you guys do it too, or do you not? All right, so that's pretty much it. Those are all the products that I'm gonna be using for this week. Like I told you guys, like 97% of them are like brand new. I think what I'm gonna do with my Shop My Stash series videos to make them a bit more interesting and a little bit more like, yeah, interesting would be the word. I think I'm gonna make it more themed related. So maybe like I'll do every other week something else. So one week I'll do high-end makeup, Shop My Stash. The following week a drugstore week makeup. Then the following week again high-end, then drugstore. But maybe I can also do like brands like weekly. Like let's say one week will be just a ColourPop brand, one week will just be an Urban Decay. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in, just because I don't want these videos to be boring. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be repetitive. I don't want it to be the same shit. And then also when there are products that I really enjoy, I find that I just constantly use them, which is fine. But I also want to know that I'm using newer things and giving you guys my opinions and thoughts on them, not just using the same things every single time. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you're on board with me on this one, or let me know if you're kind of like, no, I want you to use the same things every single time. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Looking forward to your comments down below. Please let me know, because I'm going to be waiting for them. I'm going to be waiting for your comments. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.